Tech, what is it called? S, the S. Yeah, they need these for they're strong. Okay, I ain't got no.
With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him.
We ain't playing like no other way but this right there.
Reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you
that's what I sent you
now.
now.
I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like
I'm representing all of the dads. He's representing all of the kids. This is what you get, kids. White
kids. People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shorty use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, they go crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get out my problems, let me point up and I'm magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it.
That's why I need a webcam, man. That's why I need a webcam. When I get you, give me a webcam.
Come on, man.
You wasting time. Feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to you say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Didn't I tell you to go out here? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Didn't you hard here? You're trying to steal my food. You better get your team, the best team. Uh-oh, not them. You didn't play with them for a long time. You played with numbers, right? You used to, then you hear what you say.
Used to because you, Patrick Mahomes does not play for the Eagles.
Yes, he do. Yes, he do. Now. Yes, he do now. Yes, he do now. Don't eat ginger.
20 of us, that's 20 goons in a ice cream whip, triple school.
Ginger.
3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I'ma run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet.
You can hear it too?
No, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. No, we don't
everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call. Are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New Orleans Saints.
The whole world wants to see me do.
Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
And when you think of Drew Brees, you think of production and you think of competitiveness. That guy competes on every snap. Whether he's throwing it, moving around in the pocket, calling plays, you name it, he knows how to rally a team.
It's my turn. Oh, yeah.
Mike, ready?
Yeah. What? No, I ain't do that.
It's muffled. I said, hold on, that's me. It's muffled. I'm trying to see if I can turn it up. Sound devices. Audio. I can't turn it up.
Change up.
I can't turn it up. I can turn it up. Okay. Oh. Alright, it's cool. It's whatever.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
Hey.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 56 yards on the ground.
Cut me off guard.
Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Oh, he's going to get shut down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
You kill!
From the gun, it's Brees. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's brought down. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be second and goal. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the two guards. They've got to be able to...
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And that'll set them back 5. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 49 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On second down, it's Howard. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now here's Mahomes. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's incomplete, baby.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Now he tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 22-yard scamper as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
This will be taken short. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Brees going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they sent for... And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Derek Barnett with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Break it down, fellas. Break it down. Easy.
They do go for it. It's Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed it, it would have been a different story all night. I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now Brees, buying time to his left, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a safe touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Kill. Sammy.
To throw, it's Breeze. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
You ain't trying to let me run nothing.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin the drive with Howard.
What is he like?
And some room to maneuver.
Howard is running back.
He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Now a toss coming right side. Howard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did. And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time. And he got it there. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
It ain't gonna happen again.
Ready? Find eight. You got tight. Under. Tighten up.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Completes this one to Meredith. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Kill.
Here's Breeze to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Check 15, check 15. Easy, opposite. Watch, twitch.
Throwing now is Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
We're good. Right forward, ready.
Breeze to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes it.
She parts, and there he
Yeah,
goes.
baby.
The
That's why you were trying to keep it away from him.
It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, the blow that hurts the most, the one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Oh, dog it. You ain't getting it back.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Not like that kid.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Switch up. Check 43. What? Sammy.
On play action. Now Breeze. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
I need that ball back.
Toss play, Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's break it down, fellas. Break it down.
On second down, Kamara. And he's got room.
No way!
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Right when he pitched that to him, it looked like he had a good numbers advantage on the outside. He did, and it turned into a nice game.
Allowed his vision to take over, too, because he was able to pick when he put his foot in the ground and took off upfield because he actually had options. Could he go now, wait another second? It really didn't matter, but he chose the exact right time and turned it into a big-time run.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Dialed up the fullback dive that time. We'll see what they go to on third down from the one.
Yeah, they may have dialed it up, but it was repelled, wasn't it? Do you wag a finger back at the offense like a certain iconic NBA guy did?
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Burton taking it in. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. Second time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for two here. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that two-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy.
A mistake.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Mahomes now on first down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards.
When we watch Drew Brees practice, the thing that always strikes us is after every throw he makes, he continues to go through his progressions. You know, so he gets that muscle memory. Okay, in a game, if I don't have this throw I just made, I might have this one, I might have that one. It's amazing. One of the reasons he's come out so hot today, he's already seen it happen.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On the ground with a fullback Burton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
A run for the fullback Burton. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
Back. Switch.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. Certainly not what the offense wanted down here, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, look who got involved. I mean, when you got a strong safety who can drop into the box, never needs an invitation to be one of those guys in run defense, does he? Wakes up every morning just a little bit ticked off.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to
what the heck is that?
And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yes, they do.
Sammy!
I agree.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Coming after you. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, watch it. Over. Alert flare.
Breeze will try again on second down. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown.
We love you, Thomas.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Check three. Shit.
No, it's not here.
Shit.
Oh.
Check three.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So nothing fancy there. That was just a fullback dive. Defensively, they were ready for it.
They were, and I think that surprised the guys on offense because handing it to the fullback, well, you don't do that very often, so that's a tendency breaker. And I think they just wanted to say, let's just go straight ahead. As you said, nothing fancy. Everyone move someone out of the way and let the big guy work. Didn't get it done, though.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone.
He's a big boy, that's why.
A big play there. 74 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This is taken at his 4.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze gets it to Meredith, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what
I
you're
didn't
doing.
think that was a
Right
cut.
there, he knew.
There was no cut.
After reviewing the play, the running on the field is reversed.
Yeah.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. They had the
Come
catch
on,
on
man.
2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down
That is
here.
not what I gave. No, not when I'm trying to.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as
not
they'll
when I'm
stop
trying
it
to
with
call
just
my
over 40
play.
seconds to go in the first half.
5-9. Check right 54. Right 54. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Easy opposite. Check 13. Check 13. Check nickel.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's go.
Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra
long
point
way to
lines
come
up
back.
successful.
I do this.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Can I do it, Ginger? I can. Come on. Oh, I can. You know I can. I just got focused.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
Oh, come on.
But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime?
He'd have caught that.
Will it be
He was in
angry?
there.
Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. The big fella. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a Saint touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, let's go.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On second and a couple. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Oh, come on, man. Why is he throwing right to the man?
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Philly. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mahomes now to throw. This is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds.
Yeah,
so very close to a turnover there in the end zone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to take off with it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Oh, no. Come on, man. Oh, I thought he got the ball.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's true. Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
No!
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play.
He's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Dad, will you stop moving?
Man, that's crazy.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the
that
5,
ball?
all the way down at the 2-yard line.
He's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
Man,
and they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys.
Oh, come on, man.
He's taken down, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So
at the wrong time.
Give the punt team and the punter some love.
At the wrong time.
I took the Giant down. Let's go, man. Yes, sir. Fuck that ball.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And an alley to run.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Real kill. Check, check.
Play action. Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Incomplete.
My man sitting there looking stupid.
That time, and they couldn't hook up on the long run. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Saints. 44 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Kill. Easy.
Kamara try the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 36 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Look like you got this
He
game.
keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's
Only
sort
way
of
if I
carrying the
could come
team
up
on
with
his back.
formula.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he?
Figure out
Carrying
something.
that just as lightly
Ain't been
as he
able to
holds
do
the
it,
football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the league. After the touchdown, he wants to kick it off.
I gotta be able to stop you. I haven't been able to do that yet.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark. And now off to the races.
He's been my only shining light.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield, just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Breeze. Again has it complete. He chucks him aside.
What? He pushed him down with an arm? Whatever. He got him by 40 pounds. He's going to push him down with an arm.
87 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Unless my man collided with him, because I did see another man.
That's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game.
No,
he's one of the
he just pushed him straight down.
And you better believe he'll be looking for a hat trick here as this one continues to go.
No, man, look how much bigger he is than him.
Because you made all your players 7'2". My players over here 6'4".
Oh yeah, you need to get mad.
That's your star.
Lutz will look down the extra point.
Wide receiver.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
They ain't used to losing.
Pretty clean and simple there.
They
Just
are
2
not
plays.
used to
The long
losing.
pass resulted in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Handle it. You better start doing something then.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only
This is
That's how we do it. Tackle to one of your men.
Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a tough combination to defend.
He was trying, wasn't he?
Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside,
come on, baby.
puts so much stress on your defense, trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
Woo, yeah, baby.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the score.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
80 weapons. You're good. That's full. Ready.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. Cook able to escape. And bulldozing his way through. And all the way down to the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right.
Oh, come on, y'all.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now Kamara. And he takes it across.
He was breaking off the man, then he grabbed him again. Like, what is that?
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
He got off of him,
and
then he
that
wouldn't
rushing
grab him
touchdown
again.
is fourth, puts him
Going
just
after
one
the man.
shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Like, what in the world are y'all doing?
Never lose.
Right. You got to learn how to lose.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 75 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
I better not let him get. Not let him get
when
that.
it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Breeze now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now,
I thought he had
a pass that should have been intercepted.
I thought he had it.
But
It
it
was on
winds
the way
up
back.
falling incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Breeze going to throw, and that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest.
He's got a man, complete. 33 yards that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
Oh, come on, man.
Leaks through. But in the meantime,
I thought he had it too.
You're making plays on the football.
You ain't say he
Looking
don't
for
caught
more
that.
there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. Now it's Mahomes again, and he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check it back.
Breeze now. This is caught by Gibb. Nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, 73 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
You're not getting it, sir.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you
that's close on the 35. And he takes it all the way down to 32.
He's the only one that can do something.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. There's the stiff arm. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. Room to run.
Why did you run trying to block a guy? And this guy is wide open.
And he's all the way down
to the 6-yard line. You're going to run and block a guy instead of trying to get to the guy that's got the ball.
47 yards. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Try to pound it in. Camaro shifts by him. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. 2nd down and goal. Breeze. Open man is Hill. He's got it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. There's Breeze. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here.
Hey, watch it. No. Off. Alert flare. Good. Right forward, ready. Check 3. Kill.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw, it's Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Sammy! 6 guys! Check 6 guys!
Bree's going to throw here. He's going to look deep.
Oh, no, my man ran past it.
And all the way inside
He
the
running
15
past it
before
for.
they drop him. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ain't nobody catch him. Ain't nobody catch. They can just knock it away. I'm happy for that, but catch it.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they're likely force a field.
In heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like
I
this.
know
You're
what
trying to
you were
drive that
trying to do.
football
I
into a
don't
tight
know my
spot.
brother.
And if you're a little early,
I know.
chances
You ain't
are there's
getting
going to
that.
be someone there. And sure enough,
No,
this
you're
one's going the other way.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Not a chance.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Not a chance.
Again, it's Howard.
But guess what I'm going to do?
He's going to have the first down past the 20. Get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
A shoestring tackle.
Offensive explosion leading them to victory.
That was a good game.
The defensive guys
I open up a can of worms with that team.
Like,
Like,
keep winning.
damn.
Gratefully accept them.
That's all right. I'll
It makes their
adjust.
job that much easier when
I'll
they're scoring
adjust.
that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Oh, man. The Saints. So apparently in our roster, the Saints is bigger than the Giants.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.